wait to tell you what is happening, what I have in store. So if you've been following me here on YouTube, you know things have been crazy. They've been happening so fast for me. All the things, okay? So things have kind of been in the works the last 2 weeks, and that's why I haven't been able to get on here and craft as much as I want to or get tutorials uploaded because life's been really fast but amazing. So I'm gonna show you guys something. Like, hey girl, hey, I have something to tell you guys. Okay, so I'm gonna show you something. It says sign approval. It's for the city of Lakeport in the beautiful town that I live in. Because guess what? I filed a fictitious business name. I'm getting my own goddamn store right here on Main Street in the town that I live in. Woo! That feels so good to say that. It has been such a journey. And like, it's been such a journey for the last, okay, so March was the year that COVID, the pandemic started. March, like what? It's been like a little bit over a year and a half, okay? So much has freaking happened. I mean, March, I was laying on the floor in my office where this table is. That's where I cried because I had no idea what life was going to do, what it was going to be like for me because I had the rug taken out from underneath me when everything shut down, just as with everybody else. And so, thank you, Natalie. And, you know, I got up very slowly and dusted myself off. I made a couple of videos because my anxiety was through the roof and posted them on YouTube and didn't think anything about it. Figured out that I knew how to make candles and maybe that some of my friends might want to, thank you, Anita, that would want to like buy some. And I mean, I was setting them out on the porch, watching people through the window when they would come to pick it up. And a little bit later, like that was probably like May, June, July. And then in August, I was given the option to be a vendor. Okay, and this is how fast everything has happened. In August, I was told, hey, we have a spot here, you could be a vendor. And so then I became a vendor. And it was a room, it's a space probably as big as my office right now. And I had like 3 boxes. And I was like, how the frick am I gonna pay rent here? I have 3 boxes and I've got 4 walls and all this other stuff. And I'm like, oh my God, there's no way I will fill this room up with the stuff. Like, I don't think I can make that many candles at once. I don't think I had all the doubts. And now that shop is like bursting at the seams a year later. Like, I even had to go get a storage shed to like store stuff in. Every nook and cranny in my house is filled. And people are loving it. They're like, you know, being a waitress, you cater to people, so you cater to what they want, and that's what I've been able to do. How? Let me tell you this. I don't have like hundreds of dollars in my bank account. Like, I am literally like figuring shit out minute by minute, day by day. Somebody pays me for a candle, I take like 75% of it and I reinvest it to my business because I'm like, that's the only way I know how to do it because I don't have loans. I don't have like all this other stuff. But I've networked the hell out of my business. I have been all over social media. I have worked for the city of Lakeport doing their social media. I have done it all. And through networking, I was sitting so you know, you guys know that I started doing the farmer's market like a month and a half ago. One of the, hey, you know, one of the ladies that I know walks past and she does the same kind of stuff I do, but she's way ahead of me. And I'm like, oh yeah, hey, what's up? What you been doing? And she's like, yeah, we're moving out of our spot. We're moving into this other bigger spot. And I was like, oh, how cool is that? She's right in the heart of our town. So I live in a small town where like there is like the main drag. Like she's right there. And she's like, why don't you just rent our spot? And I'm like, oh yeah, sure. Like I can do it. Yeah, like it makes sense. Like the rent would be the same as the vendor spot, but this time I won't have to lose my 15%. So yeah, I could totally work for myself. I'm hustling like a mofo right now. So I'm like, I can figure it out. Today, the owner of the building called me and said I get to sign the papers on Sunday. So I'm like, oh, I'm so excited. I'm like, oh my God, only because I knew Tanya, my friend Tanya, that's in the store, and I know the owner of the building, but because I've worked hard on my reputation for the last 9 years. I mean, well, I'm a great person, but you know, I've had my issues where like I was drinking a lot and all this other stuff. But I dealt with that. I went to therapy and I dealt with that and I got that all done and I cleared out. I cleared out the closet. And you know, I've just worked my ass off on crawling up that stair. Like they say, how do you eat a giant elephant? One bite at a time. And I had been chewing on this elephant for this long. I'm like, it's finally happening. Oh my God. So yes. And what's crazy is now this store is 3 times the size of my little vendor mall. So I'm like, holy shit, I'm going to do it. I'm going to work for myself. I'm going to figure it out. And you know what? Like when I went to go fill out to the city of Lakeport and they're like, what are you here for? And I'm like, a business license? And then she's like, okay. And I'm all, this is going to be the stupidest question, but like, what do I need for a business license? Like I have no knowledge of this because at a vendor mall, you operate underneath the person that actually owns the business. You're just like, there's like an umbrella and you're underneath that. And so now I have my own fucking umbrella. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so excited. And you know, this channel is only 5 months old. This channel is only 5 months old because in all of that, people found this old video that was made when I had my anxiety and I was like, I just need to talk. And they're like, subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. All of a sudden, you guys like gave me like another outlet to just like share this kind of stuff. And seriously, and I know like, okay, have you ever seen like the super famous person and they're like, yeah, I used to be a waitress and now I make millions of dollars doing movies? Or somebody in a different, you know, career and they're like, yeah, you know, I used to do this and then now I'm like, yeah, right. Like I wanted to see like your climb. Like don't go from like being a waitress and then there's like a 15-year gap and now you're a multimillionaire. I'm like, show me the hard work. Like show me what you did. Did you really only have $5 in your bank account? Did you really live in that little place? Did you? And I'm like here to show you guys that it can freaking happen. Like, because I don't know how I'm going to do this. Like, you know, I mean, I just did a vendor, I did it. So last week was rough. It was rough in all of the most amazing ways. I had three vendor events in 1 week. And I'm telling you right now, that stuff is hard setting up a shop. Like you're setting up a whole shop and sometimes you're only given like an hour and a half to set up a beautiful shop to encourage people to come see you so they can buy your stuff. I did 3 of them. The one that we did on Saturday, dude, yesterday I was done. We set up, I got up at 5 a.m. We went to go set up at 6:45 a.m. This thing started at 11 a.m. I didn't get home till 8:30. Till 8:30 p.m., dude. It was rough. And the whole time I'm smiling. I'm like, cause you know, people were coming the whole day. It was so busy. My cheeks hurt. That's the best problem to have in the world is when your cheeks hurt from smiling too much. Let me tell you, that's the problem you want to have. And that's the problem I had. So Sunday I was like, we are not smiling. Like we're not talking to anybody. But I've taken all of that money that I made on Saturday. Dude, I'm reinvesting it in my business. And I'm telling you what, if I can do it, and I know it is so cliche. Hey, Lori, it is so cliche for someone to say, if I can do it, then all you guys can. I'm telling you right now, you guys are seeing my stories. You guys are seeing how it happens, how fast it can happen. And I'm going to continue to take you along. The deal is that I might not be able to make a wreath for the next 2 weeks because guess what? The people want to move out of the building in 2 weeks. So guess what that means? Not even 2 weeks. October 15th is when they want to move out. So your girl here is going to be moving in that time frame. And unlike other people, they're like, oh, we're going to put the newspaper in the window. We're going to make it all beautiful and glorious before we open our doors to welcome you in. I'm like, nah, we got 48 hours to get this thing up and running because we ain't got time for that because I don't have that kind of money in the bank. I'm going to apply for a business loan, but that's going to take some time. But I'm like, dude, we are going to turn this around. Once they get out, slam the door shut, and I'm going to spend the next 48 hours getting it up and running and having it go. So as much as I want to make a wreath or create something that I found at the Dollar Tree, which I've got so many things here. I have so many things I want to create. I really, truly do. But I have got to get this store up and running. And the most fabulous thing is that during the vendor market on Saturday, I sold so many candles that I actually pretty much sold out, not just at the shop, because here was my little vendor, my little outdoor vendor market. My vendor, the store was right here. I was running down there to go grab more candles to bring to, thank you, Lori, to my little tent. And so because I sold so many candles, I'm having to now make a whole bunch of candles. So I have to make a whole bunch of candles and a whole bunch of product to put into my store in 2 weeks. So I had to come on here and tell you guys this. This is what's been happening behind the YouTube scene. So it's been so fast and it's all through networking. And I know so many people, they're like, I want this business, but I'm a little shy about putting it out there. Or even if you don't want to annoy people on Facebook by sharing it over and over and over again. I had someone come up to me who was also a business owner, and she's like, girl, keep doing what you... Yes. She's like, keep doing what you're doing, because she's like, I wouldn't have come here today to buy a candle, but because you keep posting about it. And she's like, yeah, people can unfollow, people can unfriend. I never get offended when people unfollow or unfriend me on social media because it's just social media. It's my advertising platform for not only who I am, but for my business. He did. He sprinkled it with seller's dust or something when he built that shelf because, yeah, they were literally, the candles were flying off the shelf. So it was amazing. Yeah, get your business out there. I'm telling you guys, all of this happened because I am constantly like, did you know, I can do this and I can do that? Because all of us on here, like I said, so many times, all of you guys that are on here watching me, you guys are just as talented, if not more than me, honestly, because you guys send me pictures of all of your creations and you guys can do this. If that is the path that you guys want to choose, it is obtainable by all means. Let me just say that. It is freaking obtainable. You just have to really put yourself out there, as awkward, and believe me, it can be awkward. Hence the hair and the makeup. So putting yourself out there. But, I feel that people want to see real people in real situations doing the real thing. And that's what I bring not only to you guys here on YouTube, but to my store. I'm like, this is what it is. And I'm here to cater to you guys as much as possible while still building my empire, because I'm not just going to stop at a store. I want to build an empire. I want to have Bath and Body Works and then fixing it up with Sandra side by side. So, anyways, I just had to jump on here and tell you guys this. This all just happened today. Like I said, I signed papers on Sunday. And it's just been a whirlwind of getting the business license and getting all of like the little things that you're going to need, but it's happening. It's gosh darn happening. And I just can't believe it, because this is something like I'm signing a year lease, and the greatest thing is that I'm doing this in the holiday season, so definitely people are going to be shopping. And you know, I feel like I do pretty good during the holidays. It's when January comes that's going to really determine like my strength and all of that other stuff. So I'm curious for that, but I'm already, your empire comes for thank you. I will definitely be on here. It'll probably be a lot more lives, because editing a video takes way longer than just coming on here live and you guys seeing it all for what it is, because when you edit, you want it to look good. So but I will be on here. But yeah, I definitely want you guys to see, because I've had people ask me a lot of business questions, and like I said, I don't know. I'll tell you like how to get a business license now that I got one. Like, I'll tell you how easy it was. I can tell you that kind of stuff, and then hopefully we'll break that, burst the bubble. Like, because when I always thought of like, for some reason, when I thought of like getting a business, I always thought it was like, you know, getting to the mountaintop. It was going to be hard. It was going to be rough. It was going to be expensive. It was going to be all these things. Yes, there are costs, but it's not anywhere near or near the expense or the scariness. That's not even like the proper way to use that word, but it's not as scary as some people or that you may believe. Because when I was doing this stuff, I'm like, they done lie to me. You know, I didn't realize that this is how it's so much easier than a lot of people make it out to be. There is a part that is definitely scary, but it's so easy, and it just takes, I guess, that willing to like cannonball into the pool of entrepreneurship. But if you're like already thank you, doll. Oh my God, thank you. If you're already like testing the waters as a vendor, and you are like, this is lighting your heart on fire, and you're like, dude, this is where I belong. Like, I belong in this creative place. I don't belong working for somebody else making their dreams happen. Like, this is where I need to be. Yes. This is where you want to be, and you want to, you know, slowly, or maybe things will happen fast for you like they are for me. But I am there for you to help you guys move on that path if need be, because like you guys have been here for me, I am here for you. So yeah, I still have like, I still need to run down to the city because I did have to file a fictitious business name. So I had to jump over to the courthouse. Now I got to go back to the city. Yeah, there's just all the little things. And then of course I want to celebrate. I did have a Pepsi today for celebration. Because remember, it's the last 90 days. So thank you, Maria. Remember, it's the last 90 days and I'm not supposed to be drinking real sodas, but I was like, bottoms up. Let's drink the Pepsi. So, because y'all know I don't drink. So that was my celebration. But yes. I will see you guys again soon. I'm going to file this paperwork. I'm going to make me a celebratory wreath someday. It's going to be awesome. And I probably will do it live, answering your questions and all of that fun jazz. But like I said, head on over to my Instagram account, Sandra Campos _ it's where that little line's on the bottom, 79, because I'm going to be sharing this on my stories. I'm going to do, it's easier to share little tidbits on my Instagram as opposed to the person that helped me get the building, and that is the person that has the building right now, just messaged me and she said, that's awesome. My heart is full. It is definitely full. So, I definitely plan on bringing you guys along. Like I've said the last couple months, just things are happening. Please bear with me. I love you guys. I will definitely be back on here. Like I said, it'll be more video or more lives than anything. And I'm reading your comments. So if you guys are commenting, I will reply back as soon as possible and help you guys create your own business, even if you're going to be right next door to me, because you know what? It's all about spreading the love. Thank you, Tina. It's all about spreading the love, helping each other build up each other. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I am not in this alone. So thank you, Tammy. So yeah, I'm going to go celebrate. I'm home by myself. I'm probably going to go dance with the dog in the living room for a minute. So anyways, thank you guys so much for joining me on here. I can't wait to read your comments, and I love you guys, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye.